Thanks for coming. It's great to see you all on another wonderful Sunday. Couple quick announcements. Let me see if I can put this up here. We have people seeing this. We have Awakening the Buddha Within. We are all Buddhas by nature. And this is Saturday, July 22nd. So next Saturday, 11 to 12:30. Enjoy a virtual journey with Lama as he shares short readings from his bestseller and relays some of his favorite stories and experience that led to writing it. So that's exciting. We definitely encourage you to attend that. It'll be very awesome. That book, I know for many of you, and it has certainly for me, changed my life in the course of my life. So it's a very wonderful book in my memory, and it is a wonderful book objectively to read. So hopefully you've read it, and hopefully you can attend that. And then we have also very, very happy to also announce, also coming up on the 22nd of a month, a lot of things happening on the 22nd of a month, 22, perhaps an auspicious number. We have our Fall Awakening Residential Meditation Retreat. So this is our first live in-person retreat back since COVID, unless I'm very badly mistaken, but I don't think I am. This is a big, again, something very important. These retreats also changed my life, these in-person retreats, me personally, and I'm sure many others. And so it's really fantastic that we're going to be back together again in person. So I'm psyched on this, so psyched on this. Hopefully you all are too, and we can see you all there. And some of you folks who came actually during the pandemic, we've never met in person, but I feel like we've seen you so much here on Zoom and in virtual things, but we actually haven't met in person. So this is going to be very exciting to even meet some of our new Dharma brothers, sisters, and others in person for the first time. So please, we hope to see you all there. So that's very exciting. All right. And then I believe that's all the announcements. So without further ado, Lama Surya Das, if you are there, please take the floor.
Take the door? What? Getting kicked out of another bar? Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you. Not you, LS. Nice to see you all on this beautiful Sunday on the week of erratic, if not crazy weather. I guess it could be worse, but it ain't pretty. So I don't know what's we're doing to the environment, but Julie Barker was just in Kentucky where she grew up. Julie Barker Gillette, our Dharma sister and teacher in Kentucky, Lexington, Kentucky, where she grew up. And for the funeral and death and cremation week of her mother, her ancient mother, and the weather was erratic and it was always interfering and raining. And she heard somebody said something about global warming, and her aunt said, "Do people still believe in that?" So I don't know where we are at collectively, even in this educated, literate first world country, not to mention elsewhere, but it's something for us to think about. Not just the evolution of conscience, but being an informed citizen, improving and changing the iniquitous social systems, finding out the facts and the truthiness for ourselves as much as possible, and so on. So let's have a moment of silence for all those suffering from confusion, delusion, ignorance, dullness, and all those suffering at the hands of war in the Ukraine, in Sudan, Palestine, and elsewhere. The family that fits together, including all in our hearts and prayers and aspirations today. Moment of silence, including all in our hearts and minds. Pete, from the Dzogchen prayer book, the Bodhisattva aspirations. On page 10, the four immeasurables, the four heartitudes, the four Brahma Viharas, the four boundless. Here it says the four immeasurable aspirations. It's on page 10 of my edition of the Dzogchen Center Prayer Book. May all beings possess happiness and the inner course of happiness, causes of happiness, which is virtue. May all beings be free from suffering and the inner causes of suffering, which is non-virtue and ignorance. May all beings remain undivided from the sacred joy, from the awe, from the delight and gratitude, free from suffering. May all beings come to rest in the great peace and equanimity equal to all, beyond attachment and aversion to friends, enemies, or strangers. Bless and empower us that our minds and hearts turn toward the liberating Dharma. Bless and empower us that our Dharma practice becomes the path. Bless and empower us that the path truly dispels confusion and delusion. Bless and empower us that confusion itself dawns in the light of primordial gnosis. Imaho. Primordial awareness, jnana, prajna, paramita, incandescent presence, rigpa, wisdom, imaho. Not that there's no more confusion, pain, or discomfort, which life is naturally full of, but that we see it as it is and can meet it more intentionally, mindfully, and respond, not just react blindly, respond from the heart according to our principles and best selves. And may all beings everywhere, with whom we are inseparably interconnected, be awakened, liberated, healed, and free. And may we all together complete this gorgeous, marvelous, mysterious spiritual journey. homage and respect to the Buddha, the light, the goddess, the divine. In your seat, don't overlook them. Welcome to the Gong Show. Gong, gong, gong beyond, as it says in the Heart Sutra, Heart of Wisdom Scripture. Gong beyond, Imaho. Just breathing, just sitting, just present and aware. How easy, simple, sweet, delightful. What a rest. It's Sabbath, it's Sunday, the day of rest. Dig it, grok it, let it in, let go of the worldly preoccupations, the work week preoccupations, the family life, whatever is on your to-do list for today, or just the infinite to-do list. It's like a crowded parking lot. As my late wife used to say, who was a management consultant, Debbie, I think it's time you could throw out all of those yellow stickies and to-do lists and just start again. I doubt there's anything there that really needs doing since they've been waiting for so long. What a relief that was. It's a little hard, challenging to do, I admit. I had to scan him first. But the truth is, nobody is indispensable. The truth is, nothing is important as it seems at the moment. But don't take my word for it. Check it out, friends. Just arriving, settling, letting go, dropping everything, letting be. Let the tension drain out through your bottom. Can I still say that? Through your bottom, into the earth, into your seat, into your chair, whatever. Let the tension drain out. Let go. Arrive. Just sitting, just breathing. Let go of selfiness and let the Buddha nature emerge, shine forth as it naturally does, can, will. Isn't it beautiful? Just being. Who can define it? How to become, how to be when we already are. Holy crap. Done is what needs to be done. We can be there while getting there every step of the way, just being here, incandescently present, being here while getting there every step of the way. Oh, the word here is in the word there. So don't procrastinate and put it off. Being there while getting there every single step of the way is the great way. No pot of gold at the end of the illusory, intangible rainbow. It's all rainbow, light. Everything is light energy. Ask Einstein and his friends. Ask Oppenheimer, whatever his name was. He got a raw deal. Anyway, nothing's perfect, but everything is as it is and must be, karmically speaking. Radical acceptance goes a long way to total transformation. Just sitting, just breathing, just being. Natural body, Nirmanakaya, natural breath and energy, Sambhogakaya, natural mind, Dharmakaya, reality, Imaho, let it go. Natural breath, pure energy, let it go, let it flow. The great Tao. No need to get into the flow, Joe. It's flowing through each of us and all of us right now. Check it out. Drop body and mind, and then savor the end zone. The zone, not a diet, a way of life, a way of being. One with the flow. Oop, here comes the rain flow. The flowers are laughing and dancing, happy. One of my favorite Guru Rinpoche practices, the Guru Yoga, Guru Rinpoche's Guru Yoga, called Shinlap Charbep, a revelation of the Rinpoche, maybe it's Kanja Rinpoche, a revelation called Rainfall of Blessings, Downpour of Blessings, open, receptive, inhaling the prana and being juiced, not just the oxygenation and carbon dioxide exchange of ordinary breath, but subtle energy, prana, chi, whatever you call it, ki, the living spirit that animates us, even in a coma, that animates us beyond our personality or consciousness, as it were. Life itself. Breathing in, inspiration, breathing out, expiration, without expiration date. Savoring the mystery of just being fully while we're here and now. Imaho, way to go. Thank you. Just sitting, just breathing, just being aware, present, mindful, attentive. What word can F the ineffable, express the inexpressible? Awareness is a verb. Intuitive, not just rational. Across the aisle, use both sides of the brain pan. No filibuster needed, Buster. What a relief to have arrived at last. Nothing more to do, figure out, accomplish. Awareness alone. Awareness with a capital A. Just being with a capital B plus. Just being present, awakeful, simply sustaining present wakefulness, as the Dzogchen singer song says. Trikinima's Vajra song. Simply sustaining present wakefulness is the essence of the incandescent great perfection of the clear light, of pure spirit, pure being, Buddha mind, Buddha heart. It's Buddha's all the way down, groundless and boundless. Buddha buds, budding everywhere, bodhisattvas, good buddies, Imaho. Co-meditating, interbeing, how sweet it is. Imaho. Way to go. Thank you. Openness and awareness inseparable. Letting go means letting things come and go, letting be. Open to the wisdom of allowing. Now. Now. And now. Holy now. Moo. Imaho. Wondrous, awesome, delightful, startling, amazing. Hallelujah. Thank you. Those are your Buddha seed, Bodhisattvas. Imaho. and enjoy the joy beyond even meditation. The joy of being with a capital B plus, or awareness with a capital A plus, incandescent presence. It is all within. Look deeper. Imaho. Everything open, at ease, relaxed, yet dynamically present and attentive. Heart open, mind open, inclusive. Letting go, letting things come and go, letting be. Simply aware of whatever presents itself, whatever appears in the body-mind continuum in the present moment. No alterations needed, custom made to fit our karma. It fits. It's a new suit every day, custom made by our actions and intentions. All good, all complete. Kansampo. Assume your Buddha seat. Who do you think you're not? Dory, Lale, Dawn, Laurel, David, Wandering Leslie, Alan. Who do you think you're not? Abe, Steve, David, Sokshin Foundation. What kind of name is that? Who are you pretending to be? Let go and let be yourself. Be yourself sounds good, but how? Drop everything, drop body and mind, projects, past and future, and then sense who or what is experiencing, who or what is present, not analyzing, just intuiting directly, letting go. Awareness alone, incandescent presence, Rigpa practice, Dzogchen, the luminous great perfection, Kuntazampo, it's meditation. See you, Wendy, Julie, Leo, Nancy, Menla, McNevin, don't think I don't. Do you see yourself or you're looking elsewhere? Mind your mind. Mind your own beeswax, as they say. Mind the mind. Don't bother your mind, and it won't bother you. Just aware of what's going on. Seeing is freeing. Seeing through is freeing. Seeing through is being. Imaho. I love it. Thank you. Take a deep breath and refresh, revised, resuscitate the corpse of natural awareness, of innate wakefulness, of pure presence. Remember the Dzogchen Pith instruction, simply sustain present wakefulness, awareness, aware of awareness, a non-dual or uncompartmentalized wholeness, totality, completeness, Buddha mind, not just small mind, thinking mind, self-mind. No mind, no matter. I don't mind, you don't matter, haha. If you take yourself too seriously, life ain't much fun. This is a joyous dharma of freedom and wakefulness and connection, not a dukkha dharma of the suffering and brutish cruelty and shortness of life. We can leave that to others. The joy of meditation, the joy of spiritual community, the joy of awakening. Imaho, wondrous, amazing, awesome, delightful. Thank you, yes. It all rhymes. It's in harmony. Dig it. Dharma farmers. Breathing out, letting go, relinquishing, emptying yourself. A little death with each out breath, a little relinquishing, a little letting go. Of course, you're allowed to breathe in. That's a very important Buddhist practice. Focus a little more on the out breath, on expansiveness, on dissolving, on spaciousness, and letting go of reference points rather than going in to quote yourself. This is not a self-help project, and there's no self, and it can't be helped. Breathing out into space, sky, spacious clarity, dissolving like a salt doll wading into the sea of awareness, sea of being. Salt returning to its source. But the doll realizes that we're not. Never separate. Oh, money, pet me, honey. 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 Chant along if you feel like it, moving from me to we. Oh, money, pet me, honey. 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 Money, pet me, honey. Pet me, honey. Excuse me, I think I swallowed the wishbone. Oh, money, pet me, honey. 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 Oh, money, pet me, home. No, money, pet me, home. No, money, pet me, home. Oh, money, pet me, honey. Oh, mommy, pray me home free. Oh, mommy, pray me home free. Help me move from me to thee to we. Oh, mommy, pray me home free. Oh, mommy, pray me home free. Oh, mommy, pray me home free. Oh, mommy, pray me home. Oh, mani padme hori. 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 May all beings be awakened, liberated, and free. Oh, mani padme hori. An end of suffering and misery. Oh, mani padme hori. 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 Love to one and all, and we. Oh, mani padme hori. May all have peace and harmony. Oh, mani padme hori. 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 May there be peace in the world, and harmony and shanti. Peace, love, tolerance, and harmony. Oh, mani padme hori. Oh, mommy, pray me home. Oh, mani padme home. Oh, mani padme home. Compassion for all who suffer just like we. Oh, mani padme hori. May all be at ease and happy. Oh, mani padme hum. Oh, mani padme hum. Oh, mani padme hum. Love to one and all equally. Oh, mani padme hori. Compassion for all equally. Practicing emotional generosity. Oh, mani padme hori. Oh, mani padme hori. Why be stingy? Oh, mani padme hori. When all the gifts of this life are free already. Oh, mani padme hori. Oh, mani padme hori. If you'll join with us and with me, we'll all be together and free eventually. Oh, mani padme hori. If it rhymes, it's for me. Oh, mani padme hori. 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 Enjoying sharing the past joyously, even gleefully. Oh, mani padme hori. Not afraid to be silly. Oh, mani padme hori. Oh, mani padme hori. Keep dancing. Oh, mani padme hori. Laughing and singing all the way. Oh, mani padme hori. Oh, mani padme hori. This is my song for each and all of thee. Oh, mani padme hori. How lucky we are to be here together and free. Oh, mani padme hori. Oh, mani padme hori. Oh, mani padme hori. Grateful, humbled, graciously. Oh, mani padme hori. 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 Om mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum. Love for all beings. Compassion for all who suffer. Breaking love and loving kindness into action. How sweet it is. The innate grape confection. I love it. This is how I pray and chant every day. Yes, sometimes even in English, that pedestrian language that we all speak. But if you think that Tibetan or Japanese or Sanskrit is Buddha's language, think again. Those came later, just like French, Italian, Spanish, German, English, Yiddish. I'm sure you're all familiar with Yiddish. Billy Crystal says, in case you're not, Yiddish is a combination of English and phlegm. I'm not going to imitate him. That old kvetcher. You can make your prayers and your practices your own. You know, you can read them out of prayer books. You can memorize the good ones that you like. I think last week, it may have been last week, we chanted St. Francis's famous peace prayer. You know, there's no limit. It's your spirit, it's your life, it's your practice, it's your direct relation with fill in the blank, however you conceive it. I saw a wonderful movie last night. Maybe you've seen it with Mr. Rogers, or maybe it was Tom Hanks. I get them confused. And it has something to do with a bridge in Berlin and a prisoner swap, and that wonderful, fantastic, impassive-looking actor who plays Rudolph Abel, the Russian spy. I can't remember what it's called. Something about a bridge. Anyway, in the spiritual life, we may not always think that the boss or the Lord or karma is right, but as he says, it's still the boss. It's a movie worth seeing just to see that guy act impassive through the whole process of getting in trouble with the authorities. And Tom Hanks playing the straight man. Anyway, life must go on. Let's swap our small selves imprisoned for our great selves, our supreme self, at dawn as the light is rising. That's what happens in the movie. It's historically based. Anyway, I love that stuff. We may not like what the boss says, and he or she might not always be right, but it's still the boss. That was wisdom from a communist cadre. I love it. So wise and accepting, not necessarily approving and loving it. So, as one of my friends once said, They learned in Vietnam that there's no way to explain exactly what's happening, or how the most horrific things happen to good people and other things. But there's also no need to explain it, as much as we think so, at least. And we can just live every day, day to day, with those we love, wherever we are, even there. I thought that was a brilliant insight for us male fixers of the world. Maybe it's time to retire from our lifelong career as fixers. Some of us have grown old together. I'm looking around. Maybe it's time to retire from selfing and being the fix-it man and mansplaining to everybody. I won't mention any names. Joel, Leo, Bob, Steve, Abe, just picking on the men. Pat, Edward. The old buoys club. Old buoys should be hanging on the wall, remembering good days out on the ocean, not running things in our mind. Anyway, that's a cartoon. It's a beautiful day. It happens to be raining, but otherwise, what could be better than this? Aligning ourselves with the primordial Buddha, getting together in the spirit, in harmony. I haven't got any complaints yet. Looking good. Every day's a new day. Anything's possible. I could wrap it on. I'm in a good mood today. But any questions, please?
Lama, we do have one question here from Gretel. Do we need to prepare the body for Dzogchen meditation? Should we practice any breath work or energy yoga beforehand?
Good question, Gretel. And many have asked that, including me, in different ways. Like, do I need to concentrate and purify before meditating? Or, do we need to do some prayers or mantras or processes before going deep into Dzogchen meditation? Anyway, I think you're already prepared. I see you there in your postage stamp. I can see in your aura, not really, that you're already prepared and all is well. And you've been doing it for a while. On the other hand, life is improvisational. We're always preparing, practicing every day, every minute. So do whatever you like to prepare. Maybe take a bath or a shower, say some prayers, light a candle, wave some incense, offer some fruit or something on the altar to feed all beings and the hungry ghosts. Whatever you do to prepare. Do yoga for meditation, before meditation, to loosen up and relax and get the breath going from head to toe, from the top of the spine to the central channel and spine to the bottom. Whatever you think you need, or, try it to prepare. How much you study, how much ritual you do, what kind of preparations you make, since you mentioned preparation, that's really up to you. Of course, if you have questions, if you're not sure, you could ask somebody, an elder in the tradition. You could look it up in books. You could see how other people have done it. Even if they say there's only one way to do it, don't, take that with a pinch of salt. Even while we were chanting, me now, my mind, my practice, my thinking, we're chanting, and then I hear there's some opportunity to translate, say something in English, get everybody, more connected or involved if they're not by the foreign language. I know about these things. So, I'm thinking also, I'm sipping my water. I'm remembering one Lama telling me you should never cut the power of the mantra by drinking, to your water, or not, God forbid, eating something while you're practicing, while you're chanting, while you're praying, So I have that, I don't know, whatever. I don't want to call it the peanut gallery. I have that message from the higher authorities coming in, and one of my 1,000 ears, and through one of my eyes, my other 1,000 eyes, I see Yoshi Kempo and my other gurus, how they act in, the all day practices or the 1 hour practices. And they're each a little different. Some sit like a rock, some sway like the bamboo, some move a little. Somebody emailed me recently, they saw a video of one of the lamas and he was doing something like this during the empowerment. And they said, is that a special mudra like Milarepa, sitting there with his hand behind his ear, pressing on that nadi, that energy source? And I said, I think he's holding a Q-tip. I guess he has something stuck in his ear. It's like life goes on, folks, especially if you mingle the Dharma with your whole life, not just holding your breath for, a minute. You don't, maybe you don't do anything else during that time, but otherwise, if you're practicing for an hour, you might want to wet the whistle. If you're chanting, you might want to take a lozenge. I don't know. Even if you're chanting in Tibetan, you might want to freewheel in your own language a little, English or whatever. So I think you're prepared, and good luck. And if you have more questions, of course, there are many practices, so-called preliminary practices, warm-up exercises if you want to demystify, like breathing exercises and relaxing before you start the awesome non-dual awareness alone meditation. You might, prepare by changing your clothes, taking off your ski clothes or your party dress, and, I don't know, putting on your whatever. I can't remember the brand names. I don't know. Your lemon yoga pants and Birkenstocks, foot socks, so you can meditate. Some people tell me they can't meditate with a hat or with shoes. Yes, common statement, but with socks. Okay, find your way. It's beneath your feet, with socks or without. Check it out. So I hope that's helpful. Where are you in place and space, Greta Bach? You might have to pantomime it out like charades.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I'm in Colorado, Estes Park, Colorado.
Excellent.
Mhm.
You can meditate there with the elk.
That's true, I do.
I love it. I still can't believe how inconceivably tall and long-legged and gigantic the elk are, and mooses,
They are majestic. Yes, beautiful creatures.
miraculous, creations. Well, you take care. I don't know if you can meditate in Colorado, but people are trying, especially in Boulder, I've heard.
This is true, yeah. Thank you so much for your answer. Appreciate it.
Welcome. That was for everybody too, so I belabored the point, but good question. So take care, everybody. Be aware. Have a beautiful Sunday. Soon we're having our Saturday session. I tell stories about writing, awakening the Buddha within, and other things. So come on over. It's Zoom. Be well. Stay well. Happy trails.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next week, Saturday, hopefully, and all the time in our meditation and in our hearts, of course. Please, if you are able to go to the page and donate, if that is something you are looking to do, you can go to the dzogchen.org website and do so. We always appreciate any donations to continue Lama's mission of transmission. Thank you. See you all very soon. Thank you, Lama.